Let's talk about cell specializations for a moment. Most of you picked one of two cells, muscle or nerves. So I'm going to address both of those. And most of you struggled with this assignment. And I expected you to struggle with this assignment because I know nobody's ever asked you to do what I've asked you to do. Um, but what I wanted you to do is think, not necessarily look it up. You needed to look up a little bit of stuff, but beyond that, you needed to think. Let me try to help you a little bit with the thinking part, and then we can address the questions again. So, nerve cells, many of you correctly identified the fact that nerve cells, they take messages, right, over a long distance, in both directions, right? They need both. Seeing goes to the brain. I see the wolf, and then you need the message back to the bones or to the muscles that say run, right? So if the distance you have to cover from I see the wolf to let's go run is this distance, then let's think about those three different versions. We got three rabbits, let's say. This one has this setup. These are the cells. These are the gaps between the cells. And those of you who looked up nerves, you know that there's a difference how this transport happens between those two things. Which one do you think is faster? Which way of transport do you think is faster? The cell within, or the cell within here, or the cell within here? And what's different about that? And once you think about this, then let's think about if those three rabbits see the wolf at the same time, who's going to run first? And how does running first affect their ability to, number one, survive, and number two, reproduce? That's what I want you to think about. The next question, similarly, the muscle question. Muscles basically attach to bones, and they allow your skeleton to move. They allow you to run, right? If you can't move your bones, if your muscles don't attach to your bones, if your muscles don't connect your bones to each other in some way, here's a very strong, muscle that allows this bunny rabbit to actually run away. How does this setup affect a rabbit's ability to run away? If your cells aren't connected at all, how does that affect your ability to run away? If your cells are attached as individual cells, how does that affect your ability to pull and push? And what's likely going to happen if you pull a whole lot? And then what happened here? You don't really see individual cells anymore, right? Most of you talked about this multinucleated thing. What happened? Did one cell get a bunch of nuclei, or what happened here? Think about ropes. What could you think was the, I don't want to call it adaptation, but what change happened that allowed for a difference in the structure? What went away? And how did this potentially turn out to be an advantage? So again, you got three rabbits. They have muscles like this, and like this. Which one gets away? And why? And how does that affect its ability to reproduce? Evolution is not directed. Many of you talked about evolution in terms of, oh, they adapted in order to. No, no, no. That's cause and effect. That's reversed. No rabbit says, ooh, I would rather have faster nerves or stronger muscles or better red blood cells or intestinal cells that absorb more stuff. Somebody has a change, and then they run faster. They're more efficient at digestion. they see sooner, whatever it is, somebody has an advantage. And that advantage just allows them to survive. And that's why it's not function follows form, it's form follows function. The thing that's better adapted to whatever use it's used for provides an advantage for the owner. And then that is the individual that survives. And in that population, that is the thing that becomes more and more prevalent. So in the case of the, and we're gonna do this in the evolution part, but I wanted to introduce this to you now, so you kind of connect what you learn later to what you learn now. Hopefully this makes a little more sense, and doesn't add additional complication for you.